welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. If you are not new to my channel, you're probably like, Kim, this is the grocery haul. Where are the groceries? Why aren't they laid out? You know the drill. You know how it is, and where are they? So I thought today, bear with me, I thought I would do it a little bit different because you will also notice in the title that there's a little catch with this one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I put over on Instagram to see if any of you were interested in a challenge like this, a clean eating challenge, and many of you were, so thank you so much for your feedback. I love getting it. Never feel like you have to say one way or the other too. I really like to give you guys what you want to see too and what can be helpful for you. So this one did win though. However, it works out kind of well because for those of you that are already kind of on board and already eat this way, I'm hopeful that you will chime in here and help us out too, because I think with clean eating in general, there's always a fine line. There is always a, well, I don't know, is it clean, is it not? And so if you would like to give your feedback to certain items, if any of you have questions on items, let's all sound off in the comments, but also know this is for fun. This is not meant to be stressful any more than it is of, you know, already kind of stressful taking away someone's cookie. Anyway, a couple days ago, one of you reached out to me, a dear friend here now on YouTube that I've met like virtually, oh gosh, a couple years ago now, and reached out and wanted to know if I would be interested in doing this kind of challenge. And I was like, yeah, for sure. And then I kind of gave it some more thought and I talked to my husband about it, Nate, and he's like, sure, I'll do it. And then we were like, well, yeah, we already kind of do anyway, but there's a catch with this because we don't entirely, and we'll talk about that. We'll chit chat today about some of those things, and let's get everyone involved as much as we can and help each other out, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. I will definitely be sharing a lot of this over on Instagram, so please follow me there if you're not already, and then of course I'll have some footage of stuff too of our struggles or our wins with this on my next vlog for you guys too, so be sure you're subscribed if you are not. I'd love to have you come along, and let's just get into this. We're just gonna do it a little different, but I will put the prices with everything still as I normally do, so I hope that gets me off the hook. So let's just get into this video. Please do give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys enjoy. So again, when we talk clean eating, here's the thing. It's so simple that we complicate it when we don't need to complicate it, but we do. I think at the end of the day, good rule of thumb is if you can buy something that doesn't come with a label, you're in the club, like you're there. Lettuce being one of them. Now, but you know what I'm saying? Like, don't overthink it and don't let this be a stressful thing. And also, I'm gonna kind of go over some of these items with you too that may not be perfectly clean and why I think that's also okay. So, just saying, this is for fun. The point of clean eating in general is, why would you want to do this for a week? Why? Well, kind of give your body a reset, but for me, more so, it keeps you more in tune with what you are truly buying. If you're gonna take on this challenge, you are going to be really aware of what you're buying. You're gonna be looking at things that do have labels and really looking at them and seeing what you're actually consuming. And I really actually would challenge you too to go to something that you normally buy, whether it's clean or not, double check it, cat's like moving the thing, and see what's actually in that ingredients list, and you might actually be surprised. So that's what I like about this type of challenge, is it's just kind of reintroducing us to, you know, what we're actually consuming, and we're not all perfect with it typically. So, you know, and then going into the holidays, I think this is a really good time just to give our bodies a lot of good, clean food, because I'm sure in a couple weeks from now, we will be eating a lot of not so great in abundance food, right? Balance. Anyway, so the first thing I got, and I think everyone will probably have this on their list, I did go ahead and use as many reusable bags as I could. I did really good. I have to give myself a little bit of a, you know, I did good today. I did. But reusable bags here, and I got these on Amazon, but I got 3 heads in here of red leaf lettuce. That is one of my favorite greens out there. I think that's a good tip in itself. If you are someone that like normally would get mixed greens because that's when you're on your health kick, but you absolutely hate mixed greens, but you love romaine, get romaine. Get what you actually enjoy too. Don't let this be a miserable challenge, right? Right. Anyway, throwing that. I'm gonna pull the old Gigi Gorgeous here. Anyway, I also got here a bag of grapes. Sorry if that's super loud. Some organic grapes. Let's talk about that for a second too. That lettuce was also organic. This is organic. Majority of what I purchased is organic. I did my best. However, a lot of the times it's just not available. A lot of the times we can't afford it. And I, again, want this to be something that is fun for you, not stressful for you. And if you can not get organic, don't. You know, don't think you're failing at this challenge from that alone. But if you can, I think we can all agree it's probably a little better for us. So I did where I could, but I didn't, and not everything I got is. So just throwing that out there as well. But I got this thing here of red grapes. I love red grapes. They had some green ones too, but these just actually looked the best. So I went ahead and got some of those. Why I decided to go to Whole Foods, well, a couple things. Let's just keep it really real for a second since we're just chatting together. It's Saturday. That's the truth. I am starting this, I should have said that in the beginning, I am starting this challenge today, meaning when you see this, but not technically today. It's Saturday. I'm starting this Monday morning, and that's when this post, and I asked my kiddo, where do you want to go for groceries this weekend? Sometimes I ask him. And I didn't know what he would say. I thought he would say Trader Joe's or maybe Whole Foods. Well, he said Whole Foods. And I was like, why do you want to go to Whole Foods? Pizza. I'm like, same. So anyway, I actually did really good. I didn't get pizza, he did. But that is really cool. If their hot food bar and stuff, you can actually go and have them make whatever you want on the spot. Vegan pizzas included, which is awesome. But actually I got there and I got myself a big salad at the salad bar. It sounded really good. It was good. It's annihilated. It was good. But he really wanted to go, and I thought though this would be like kind of good timing. Whole Foods does have so many produce options, which I think is great, especially if you're taking on a challenge like this. But again, go where you go and make it work for you. But anyway, I got a big thing here of carrots. They had like a bin of them without the tops and stuff, or already bagged, and I just grabbed what I thought I would need. It's a good handful. It's probably a good pound or so, maybe even 2. And I'm gonna peel these up and have these ready to go in the fridge for me. I love these. Let's talk about butters, nut butters that is. And because I know it's a little weird, but I am someone who loves carrots with peanut butter. I think I could like it with almond butter too, but I love it with peanut butter. Oh my God, it's so good. And so many of you are like, Kim, that's disgusting. And then you have told me, Kim, I've tried it and it's amazing. I hear you, I understand. But let's talk about the nut butters for a little bit here. I think it's okay. Here's the fine line. Let's say you have some good old Skippy in the cupboard. As much as I love me some Skippy, that's not probably gonna make the list this time because it has added sugar in it. That's a big one. We're trying to avoid things that don't necessarily, like, you know, sugar's okay in its natural state, like a banana, but the added sugars we're trying to avoid. We're trying to eliminate that. And unfortunately, that delicious peanut butter by Skippy has added sugar in it. And so with that though, there's tons of alternatives, especially over at Trader Joe's. I would highly recommend for you guys to get some like almond butter and maybe even peanut butter. See, peanut butter is kind of one of those, some would say, and again, sound off how you feel about it. Is it clean? Is it not? Some people just say in general, peanuts don't really make the clean foods list. I'm gonna allow it. For me personally, I'm gonna allow it, but I am gonna do my best to consume, which is all I buy now anyway, because I personally do really like it. I still like me some Skippy from time to time, but I really like just simple peanut butters, meaning they have peanuts and salt, period. And for me, that's good. So just to talk and touch on that a little bit. And same with almond butters too. The ones that I purchase do not have added sugar in them. And I personally love them. But I will say they do take a little bit of getting used to if you are someone that's super used to the ones with sugar. It is different. But anyway, it just made me think of that. That's where I stand with it. I do already have some. That's why I didn't purchase any on this particular haul. But again, I'd recommend Trader Joe's for sure. They're very good price, also Costco too. But I just thought of this because I'm gonna be dunking a lot. Another thing I want to point out about this, and again, just for the sake of getting this going, I didn't want to like save it all for the intro, but this is not about weight loss. Although for many of us, and myself included, we'll probably see the scale be kind of nice to us because most of the time when you eat this way, that's what happens. But you know, not to say you couldn't go overboard in certain things still, for sure. But this is not about that. It's not about like, I want to lose 5 pounds this week, which is not normal anyway. And it's about just giving your body actually good, nutritious foods and seeing how you feel from it. And I bet all of us will feel a difference in doing so. I'm not gonna track calories. You guys know that I have actually done that for over a year now straight. Because of the type of like training and stuff I've been doing. It's a whole other thing, but you guys know this. For this week, I'm really not, because I'm just focusing on giving my body good, clean food and really just embracing that challenge and seeing how I feel. I don't anticipate me gaining from this. In fact, I still think I might even lose a little bit, but no matter what, it's more about just, you know, getting in the goods, seeing what makes me feel good, seeing what actually maybe doesn't make me feel good, even if it's a clean item. This is kind of ways too that like a lot of people will do like elimination diets, and then they can kind of see what certain foods like irritate their stomach or just don't make them feel good. I just wanted to point that out again. You are more than welcome if you are someone really strict on that right now, of counting your calories or tracking however it is you do, macros, all of that. Please feel free to, you know, do it again to not cause stress on yourself. If not tracking causes you stress, track. And if it's the vice versa, then do that please as well. Okay, next item, and I actually did have to purchase a few of these extra bags, but they were super cheap, 49 cents a piece, and then I'll have them going forward. They're over by like the bulk bins, and I actually have a pretty good size, you can see right here, of white basmati rice. That is included as a clean food for sure, where I'm gonna, maybe this totally goes without saying, but for some of you that may not know, where this would be like not okay and you're thinking, oh, but I had rice, not like rice-a-roni, not with stuff that's already added into it, just pure plain rice. That's clean. Oats, totally fine too. Now pastas, again, can kind of be a fine line. Like pasta alternatives. Example, I love me some edamame pasta. I love it. And on the box, the ingredients are edamame. End of story. That's all it is. I personally feel like that's okay because of that alone. The fact that it only has that one ingredient, whereas edamame would be okay to eat in its pod. Yes, it's processed, but it's still only processed as one ingredient. There's certain alternatives out there that, you know, they might be a little more healthful for you. They might give you a little more protein or whatever it is. But if you look at that ingredients list and it has like just like 20 different ingredients on it, it probably does not make the clean list. But again, this is kind of, you do what's gonna work for you and your family, you know? Sorry, I feel like this might be a little all over the place, but I feel like it's just a good way to kind of just bring some information to what clean eating kind of looks like, especially if you're just really new to it. But it's fun to just chat with you guys sometimes, so, you know. Anyway, got another bag here of from the bulk section. You can't really see it in there, but it's a good handful of sunflower seeds. Now, I thought this was a little interesting just to, again, to help you out a little bit. I went for it first too, and I actually looked at the ingredients, which I'm glad I did. They had unsalted, just, I think it said unsalted sunflower seeds. Didn't even say raw, but just unsalted sunflower seeds. That's what I ended up getting. That's truly all it is too, is sunflower seeds. The one above it had roasted unsalted sunflower seeds. So still no salt, but they roasted them. And I was gonna do that because they probably taste better, right? But when I looked at it, it was also sunflower seeds with canola oil. That is not clean. Hopefully that makes sense. So again, this is the whole point too. Learn to read your labels because they sneak things in that we don't even know sometimes, and that's where it gets you. So I went ahead and just got the plain sunflower seeds. I love them on salads. They're delicious, so good. I also went ahead for the sake of snacking, and I know my husband will appreciate this one. I got another bag here of pistachios. There's pistachios in here. I love them. Now this was interesting though. I think I did go ahead and get the roasted ones. I think that's what it said on there. And I looked and they were totally fine. They didn't have anything added to them at all. Also got 2 big stalks here of celery. That's making me nauseous because I hate celery. That's the truth. It doesn't smell good. I don't know how people do it. My husband does actually like it. I figured he could have this as snacks with some nut butter on it or juice it as well. But for me, I'm out. I can't. It's wrong. Living that clean life. They have on sale right now, their mushrooms. I also don't like mushrooms. Look, I'm not like a poster child of clean eating, but I will tell you, there's a few things that I'm like, no, even though I eat a lot of good stuff, no. Mushrooms being one of them, but they had them all on sale. I think they were all like 25% off. Again, my husband loves mushrooms, so I got it for him. So I just got some of these white sliced mushrooms, and I also got some portobello ones in here somewhere. I'll show you in a minute. I also got, also got 2 packs here. You guys know this is for me. Some blueberries. I love blueberries. I'm gonna have this with oats for sure. I'm definitely gonna be back on my oat game this week for sure. You guys know I've been eating oats for years. A good solid year of like eating them daily. Then I kind of got away from it a little bit. I'm gonna bring it back this week and see what happens because it's so good and that'll definitely keep me full long and that's always appreciated. I also went ahead and got some of this orange juice. Now the truth is I'm actually planning to have this for tomorrow, which is technically right now Sunday. And here's the thing though. This says Florida orange, not from concentrate, no pulp, no added colors, flavors, or preservatives. Ingredients, orange juice. But it's not like cold pressed or anything. That's clean, right? Let's talk about juice. Let me know what you think. But I actually am planning this for brunch tomorrow. We had mentioned this actually a little while, a few weeks ago, I think, to you guys that like Sundays, and this is good, going into knowing I'm gonna be, you know, cut off. Sundays is our day where we indulge, and it's going to be French toast. Let's not talk about that right now since we're in the future on this video. Anyway, I'm just gonna go with that. Also got some blackberries for my husband. He loves blackberries, so got those for him to snack on. Let's talk tofu. I'm going to allow it. Some people may not. Tofu in general, I feel like it's gonna always have controversy, no matter what. Even if we're not talking clean eating, some people think, no, it's not good for you. Some people think it's the best thing for you. I think it's good for you. I do. I don't think it causes me any problems that I've noticed in my years of eating it. And for me, I do like to incorporate more protein into my diet where I can, and this does that for me. I have a couple of these in the fridge right now as it is. I do think if you can buy organic on this, it's pretty cheap to do so, and I think it's worth it. So I will say that if you're gonna allow tofu on a clean eat or just in general, I think organic is the way to go. I really like it, and this is just going to help, again, keep us full, keep us satisfied. Again, this is not supposed to be torturous, and I think it's okay. But again, sound off why you may not put it into your clean eating regimen. Let us know. It's not to say really one way is really right or wrong. It's just maybe a different perspective, you know? So here's one where, again, I feel like overall I did really well on the things that I'm choosing. I really feel that way, and I'm not done yet. But here's the other part. What about drinks, Kim? What can you drink besides water? You can have coffee. This is what I've read online too. You can have coffee, you can have tea, but coffee can be a fine line because most people don't just have coffee. They add sugar, they add cream or milk or whatever, right, to it. Myself personally, I kind of do a little bit of both. I've told you guys I love just black coffee, so I'll be fine for that purpose alone. I will be fine. But I do actually like it with like almond milk or even soy milk. I do. I also don't mind sometimes some stevia drops, like the sweet drops. And I would love for you to sound off on that because I don't know. Even Nate, that was the big thing of he wanted to know, like, can I have my sweet drops? He's a little bit more, you know, wants the sweetened taste for coffees. He loves coffee, but he doesn't drink it just straight. And I was like, you know, I don't know. I really don't. The idea of clean eating too is you really want to get away from sugar-free things that have a lot of chemicals to make it taste good. And this is where I'm not always perfect. We eat really clean majority of the time, but we do incorporate some sugar-free items for the sake of calories. That's the truth. And the idea is taking that away and seeing how your body responds to it. Anyway, what do you think? What do you think about stevia? Having said that too, I also did pick up some soy milk and an almond milk too. And these ones in particular are not one ingredients. They're just not. They're not like awful or anything, but I don't know if this truly makes a clean list, but I'm going to allow it because it's not something that we have like a ton of anyway. But if we want to add a little bit to coffee, especially Nate, I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? There are some almond milks out there. This kind of goes back to not stressing yourself out or going broke doing this, but there are some out there where it literally is just almonds and water, or you can make your own. But they're pricey. They are pricey. I think Trader Joe's has one now too. It's like $5 and it's not very much. And I think the ingredients is truly just almonds and water, which is awesome. That's truly a clean product. I will give it that for what we're doing, but I just have a hard time kind of justifying like spending that, especially if you're trying to do it for a family too, where it's gonna go quicker. Anyway, again, these are the things I wanted to chat with you about that I'm kind of like letting slide a little bit, but I would love to know your opinion on stevia and certain sweeteners out there, like the monk fruit packets, which I think people call stevia though too. I think that's what it's derived from. What do you think? Let me know. But anyway, I got a soy milk here. I did make sure though that the soy milk is unsweetened. That's what we always buy anyway. But again, if you are someone that does buy milks with like sugar in them, try going the unsweetened route at least. And that I think is a really good adjustment for the sake of trying to, you know, be a little bit more mindful. I also got the baby carrots, these organic ones. My kiddo said he wanted these. And I'm like, well, we got carrots. He's like, I only like the baby ones. And I'm like, but when your kid tells you he'll eat vegetables when it just happens to look different, you buy them. Okay, last bag and it's pretty full. So I did need to go ahead because I think both Nate and I will definitely be eating a lot of them this week. I needed to get some more oats. I actually have a good amount, but I needed some more just in case, but I got just some quick cooking oats. This is going to be the base of our breakfast pretty much probably all week. Although we might go like the tofu scramble route a few of those days as well. Here's where I'll have everything laid out at the end so you can see truly how many I got. I will say I stocked up on the apples. I love apples lately, guys. Like, I don't know what it is. My kiddo loves them. Nate loves them. We eat a ton of apples here. We just do. And I got a good variety here. I got a whole bag here of Honeycrisp ones. You know the drill. I love Honeycrisp apples. Go nuts on your apples. They're so, so good. So I got a full bag of that. Got a bag full of Fuji apples in here. Oh, here are those nasty portobello mushroom caps in here. Nate will probably make kind of like burgers. I will admit, they look kind of good when you do it that way, but he can have them. And then I got 2 bundles actually of bananas here. And I eat bananas basically every single day, regardless of being good or not. Like, I've been just on a kick. Someone's like, you're probably really like lacking potassium or something right now, because I'm truly craving them. And I must be, because I can't get enough. I eat like 2 a day. I've been just loving them. And again, with nut butter. It's good. They had all their avocados on sale for 5 for $5, which is really good. I think they're kind of coming back down in price a little bit. So I got 5 of them in here. There's a couple that are like ready to go. And then there's definitely some in there that need some time to ripen up. Loose apple, I'll eat it. It's so good. Here is just a little thing of the almond milk I mentioned that I also got as well. Unsweetened almond milk here. And again, I just like to incorporate it sometimes into coffee if I do want like a little bit in it, or tea. I love adding this to hot tea. So good. So speaking of like artificial sweeteners, and like I said, we're pretty good at what we eat of being, you know, pretty wholesome, but we do indulge with the sugar-free syrups. We love sugar-free syrup. It's very low calorie. It actually holds pretty decent to a flavor of maple syrup. And we just kind of been going that route for a lot of like months now. And I think because we kind of get higher calorie if we're having pancakes or waffles and stuff like that, we kind of rather like, you know, cut back on the calories we get from the syrup. That's why we go that route. That's the truth. But if you look at the list, you can't read half of it. You don't even know what you're eating. So I got me some real kind this time. I did, and I'm probably gonna like fall back in love with this because I just haven't really had the real kind. And again, their ingredients list is pure maple syrup. That is it. Haven't had this in a while. It's the grade A by Butternut Mountain Farm. It was on sale, and so I got this to have as what we're actually consuming this week for sure. But also for the French toast tomorrow. God, I'm looking forward to that. Last two items. This has nothing to do with really, I guess maybe one of them could be, or maybe even both. I don't know. But this I actually just grabbed because they were on coupon. I love this brand, by the way, for like flours and baked goods. But it's the Arrowhead Mills. They have the rye flour and the spelt flour, and I think this was $1.99, and this was like $3 something. It was just a really good price, so I want to have this in my cupboard on hand ready to go, but again, not necessarily for this challenge. Okay, I have one more item, and again, I know this isn't fair if you guys are all gung-ho now and you're like, yep, let's get to the store, let's eat clean today. Kim's doing it, she's showing us that today. Again, guys, it's Saturday. What I also purchased was some vegan mochi. I feel like we should taste test it. Well, joke's on me because I didn't realize I just spent $10 on this. I saw it and I was like, it's vegan. I've never had mochi because most of the time it is not vegan. I just threw it in my freezer when I got home. It was $10 for this. Really? Strawberry coconut milk. It's made with coconut milk mochi. It's like an ice cream with this weird little like thing on the outside. Don't they look good? So I feel like, because it was $10, we should enjoy them. I think they're supposed to like, oh, that's good. That's really good. So, oh my gosh. That's so good. Oh my god. Well, good news is, by the time Monday actually gets here, these will be gone. They're really good. Treat yourself to this when you're done with this whole clean thing. Oh god. Oh god. Oh yeah. Okay, that is delicious. I'm sorry. Sorry. Anyway, I hope you take this challenge with me as I'm holding this. And I hope you enjoyed this little setup today, just to be a little different. Starting next week again, I will be back to my normal hauls as I do with everything laid out. But again, I just wanted to chat with you guys today, and I hope you guys do this challenge too. Let's all sound off on things that, you know, I'm gonna eat clean, I'm committing to it, but I do still plan to incorporate such and such. Let's talk about it. Let's put it out there. I think it's still supposed to be fun, and I don't want anyone to feel like really defeated in this. I want it to be something we all can do, at least 95%, you know? And I think it'll be cool to see how we all feel come next week. So be sure, again, you're following me on Instagram, and I'll try to post throughout the week some meal ideas for you guys too as I go, and of course on here for, again, next week's vlog. Anyway, guys, I'll let you go. Thank you for hanging out with me today, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Ah, so good.
Got it all figured